Oh boy. Testing. Can you hear me now? Okay. Well, that was weird. Okay. Hello. Welcome. It's been a while since that's happened. I did do an update on OBS, so I guess that's probably what happened is it killed the mic. Every time I do an update, something weird happens to my settings. So, yeah. Anyway. What's up, Last Line and Silver Wings? How you guys doing? Last Line, I wonder if Cyrus can guess the reference of that quote I made. What quote? Yahaha? Is that a quote? I don't know. Okay, anyway, today's gonna be kind of fun because I discovered something which I kind of was suspicious about, but I wasn't for sure. But I did discover this, and I thought I would share this with you guys. Dio, the game I've been playing on the Switch, awesome arcade shoot 'em up. I have a special relationship with because I shared it with my friend from back in the day. Pretty cool game, but extremely difficult. And at the end, I actually ran into a brick wall. I can't actually beat the game. It's really, really, really hard at the end. Even on the easy mode, it's very, very difficult. So I haven't beat it yet. But I was looking it up because I was curious about it. I was like, you know what? Maybe I can maybe I can install this on MAME on RetroArch, and then maybe get like cheat codes or something that will help me beat the game. I'm getting voice messages. Anyway, nobody ever notices when I'm streaming. They just start sending me voice messages. It is what it is. It's fine. But hopefully you guys can hear everything. It sounds good, looks good, whatever. But anyway, so I installed this in MAME. I got Dio working in MAME. I'm like, okay, it's fine. I got it going. And then I looked up the cheat code stuff, and I can't figure out the cheat code stuff. I tried everything I could think of. I looked up, and a lot of other people have problems getting cheats to work in RetroArch for MAME. So I'm not alone, but that doesn't, whatever. Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. So whatever, I'm just not going to do that. But it did start the process of me learning some stuff because I looked this up here. And I was like, oh yeah, Dio. It's interesting because it's the Japanese version plays with only 2 buttons, whereas the American version plays with a bunch of buttons, which is interesting. I was like, whoa, okay. So actually in the Japanese one, every time you pick up a new weapon, you just have a new weapon. It's like standard kind of shoot 'em up stuff. Whereas the American version, like every button is a different weapon all the time. So it's kind of interesting like that. There is a big difference there. But I was reading about it, going down, and I discovered something interesting. At the very, very end of this, at the very, very end, they start talking about, the differences and stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then they get to the very, very, very end here. And they said something very, very interesting. Trivia. The game would later receive a remake known as Shinryu, which was released by Warashi in 1997. During that time, most former Athena employees worked there at Warashi. I was like, that name sounds familiar. Shinryu, or however you want to say it. And I was like, I think I have this on my Saturn. I think I actually have played this on my Saturn. I was suspicious because some of the weapons and stuff are very similar from Dio to Shinryu. I was like, I wonder if those games are related. Well, apparently Shinryu is a remake of Dio, which I find fascinating. I didn't know this. And apparently there were some like spin-offs of Dio that were different shoot 'em ups. They're not exactly sequels, but they're sort of sequels. Anyway, I got this running on my Sega Saturn. So I'm going to see if I can switch over to that and show you a little bit of this gameplay, and we can talk about it a little bit. Hopefully the sound works. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So yeah, this is running on my Saturn. And since I'm using my backup unlocker, I do have cheats. Not a whole lot of cheats. There's no invincibility. But I do have like unlimited lives and unlimited bombs, which the unlimited bombs might be how I could actually beat this game. The unlimited lives I kind of already had, so I'm really not worried about that. But yeah, I might be able to play through the remake of Dio called Shinryu, or however you say it. And I thought it would be fun to play it a little bit. Talk with you guys a little bit about it. Last Line says, are you going to follow the trend of those other streamers and become a Dio streamer? Are there other streamers that are Dio streamers? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking crazy, man. You're talking crazy. Born Distracted. Sai, will you play Minecraft today? Maybe. Maybe. What's it to you? Like, I'll tell you what, I'll play Minecraft on this stream if you super chat. If you can figure out how to super chat. Even though I've disabled super chat. So you can't super chat. I have to say that right now because otherwise it will be misinterpreted on purpose. Cyrus was saying he wanted super chat so people would play Minecraft. No, I don't do super chats. And we're not playing Minecraft. So there. So buttons. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm getting texts about NFL stuff. Did y'all see that crazy game last night? I don't know if you watch NFL stuff, but the Detroit Lions got killed by the freaking Washington Commanders. How's that even possible? I'm still in shock from that. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Crazy times, man. Cowboys are in the dumpster. We have no hope of anything ever. This franchise is completely screwed. And the Washington Commanders are whooping ass. The Eagles are playing today. We'll see how that goes. Crazy times in the NFL. Wild and wacky stuff. Oh, John says, just here to say go Birds. I was referring to your messages a second ago, John. Yeah, I'm actually going to root for the Eagles today because of you, John. I never have hated the Eagles. I know that a lot of Cowboys fans don't like the Eagles, and a lot of Eagles fans don't like the Cowboys. I've never been one of those guys. I always like the Eagles. I'm weird like that, I guess. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Born to Strike says, I watched some, not much. Detroit has had a bang-up defense all year, but their offense was scoring enough to keep them in the game. Yeah. What a weird game, man. Born Distracted. LOL, Sai, you're clever. Don't say things like that. That's not true. More lies. More lies from Born Distracted. Born Distracted. Bro, I saw your stream earlier. Bit games have come a long way to so. Oh, I missed this stream. I'll have to go back and watch it. My bad. My bad. From my experience, Dallas fans on the West Coast are a lot more docile than the bandwagon fans here on the East Coast. We're not on the West Coast. Texas is not the West Coast. We're in the middle of the country. We have our own coast. It's called the Texas Coast, the Texas Gulf, as it's going to be renamed apparently. The Texas Gulf, or the America Gulf, whatever it's going to be. Something's going to happen with that. I don't know. Lord Bro, the Lord of all bros. Yes. John forged the great rings of power and bestowed them upon the humans and the elves and the dwarves. But he created one master ring. Anyway. So yeah, this game, Shinryu, is a remake of Dio, which I did not know, although I was suspicious of. Playing Dio, I was like, this game looks very similar to something I played on the Saturn, and there's a reason for that, because the same developers working for a different company remade Dio with some enhancements and some changes and released it as Shinryu. I was very surprised to find that out. And this is a pretty cool version of it because, yeah, you look at all this extra bells and whistles you get. CG cutscenes, there's different modes of play, and I do have cheats. Unlimited bombs, unlimited lives, no invincibility, unfortunately. So maybe I can beat the game on Saturn. Maybe. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I played it a little bit. Haven't played Dio very recently. And I got to tell you, this game is massively upgraded. Like, there's a crap ton of animation and effects, and it's faster. It's a big upgrade. It's not just like a re-release. It's a very substantial remake. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna set it on easy mode. Goes all the way up to very hard. We're not doing that. Turn the extend all the way down. You can change your rapid fire settings here, which is interesting. The display action you can adjust here. Nothing too major though. There's a Saturn mode and an arcade mode, which is fascinating. We'll do the Saturn mode. And then you have sound select, and you can play the music from the game. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Retro Bro says, Sai, I'm going to send you a ROM of the game I'm working on for you to tell me how the dithering looks on a CRT. Oh my. On a CRT. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that because I got my twin Famicom hooked up over there. Yeah, because I'll put it on my Famicom EverDrive. You know, I don't have an EverDrive for my NES anymore for some reason. I don't know why that is. But I do still have the Famicom EverDrive, and it works on both my RGB modded top loader Famicom and also on my Sharp Twin. So I'll do that. Yeah, thank you. I will definitely do that. What game is this? This is called Shinryu. It's a remake of Dio, which I did not know. I found out by looking this up on the internet. Dio is an arcade shoot 'em up that I was playing on my Switch recently, the past couple of streams. And I found out that it had been re-released and remade and enhanced, and it's called Shinryu on the Sega Saturn. So, we're going to play some of this. Don't you want some of this? Don't you? Oh, by the way, it plays with the 2-button configuration, like the Japanese version, which is so bizarre. I mentioned this earlier. The Japanese version of Dio is 2 buttons, and the American version is like 6 buttons. And the American version, you have every weapon all the time. You always have all the weapons, and you can just switch between them, which is why it was a little confusing playing it. But the Japanese version of Dio is only 2 buttons. You got a bomb, and you shoot weapons. And every time you pick up a power-up, you change weapons in the Japanese version. And that's how this game is set up. So it's 2 buttons instead of the 6-button format. John says, okay, I have this on my hard drive. I'll have to burn it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's play a little bit of this. I'm going to turn the sound up on it a little bit because I want you to hear the game too. Let's turn the sound up. There we go. I'm sure you played this, John. I'm sure you have. I just had no idea this was Dio. This was an upgraded Dio. Oh crap, I ran right into that. God dang it. God dang it. I forgot I have my cheats going. The backup unlocker cartridge allows you to implement some cheats, and so I have unlimited. Oh no, I don't have unlimited bombs. Oh no, we're gonna have to restart it and implement the cheats because I guess I forgot to do that. So you start up your Saturn with the CD drive open, and then you'll be able to. Here we go. Enable cheats. Now you put the disk drive down. All right, so here's our 2 cheats: unlimited life and unlimited bombs. It's not actually like invincibility; it's unlimited lives. They don't word it correctly, but maybe that will help me beat this game because otherwise it's going to be rough. All right, here we go. Notice the Sega logo has been enhanced. It's been enhanced. Yeah, Shinryu. Let's go. Time for the game. Sorry I had to start over. Make sure our settings are good. Oh, okay, we started it. Never mind. Settings should be okay. All right, I'm going to test it, make sure my cheats are working. Yeah, they're working. The reason I could tell is I used the bomb and I still have 3 bombs down on the bottom. So hopefully we're good to go. And hopefully that will allow me to beat this game. Although cheating, I don't care because it's impossible otherwise. This was also released on the PlayStation. I just don't have that version of it. Maybe only in Japan on PlayStation. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm cheating like hell. I don't care. Oh, hang on. We got the chat. Check it a chat. Phase Gaming Corner says, "Hi, brother. Do you play this on Saturn hardware?" Yes, I'm playing this on my gray, old school Japanese Sega Saturn. I'm using the Sega Saturn backup unlocker, which is it's a Pro Action Replay that's been flashed with a different firmware that allows you to play backup CDs on your console. So that's what we're using, backup CDs, CDRs. Phase says, "I'm 48. I use cheats all the time." You know what? When we get old, we got to do what we got to do. And, sometimes we got to do what we got to do regardless. So, yeah. Wiley says, "Hey, Pilot, Psy, and chat room." Well, hi, Wiley. He's a wily one, that little wily guy. Last line says, that music bops. Oh, yeah. Cyrus doing like Eddie Guerrero or what? LA Raiders? I don't know what you speak in riddles, last line. You speak in forked tongues. It's difficult to understand you. I don't know. Casey joins the chat. The Intellivision Gamer is among us. Cyrus! Afternoon, everyone. Morning on the West Coast. Yes, California. the land of the setting sun, or whatever. Welcome, Casey. Welcome, Casey. Casey needs food badly. All right. Now notice the difference here with this boss. Like, there are major differences. Even though this is a remake of Dio, it is considerably different. They have done a lot of improvements and changes to the graphics and stuff like that. But it does retain a lot of the same feel and the same enemies and the same graphics in a lot of ways. And also, if I die here at the boss, it will let me continue right away like it does on Dio. So I mean, it literally is Dio, just an upgraded version. And thank God I'm cheating, because otherwise this would not be happening. Yes, I am cheating. Cheat to win, motto for both. Yes. Shooter! Oh, yeah. Who doesn't love the Sega Saturn? And if you don't, I know any gamer worth his salt has a Sega Saturn, right? Right, Casey? Right? Right, Casey? You have a Saturn, right? No, I'm just kidding. Well, you know, it's only a matter of time before they bring out like an FPGA Sega Saturn. You know, like Analog has done for all those other consoles. I don't know why they haven't done a Saturn yet. It seems to me like that should be the next thing on the list. A FPGA Sega Saturn console. Because they've got FPGA cores that do Saturn very, very well now. So maybe they're just putting like the finishing touches on that or something. I'm not sure. I don't like this. It's a more powerful weapon, but I just prefer that lightning one because it looks so cool. It looks cool. Of course, every time you change weapons, your bomb changes as well, as you can see. So you get different stiff. It's a beautiful game. Quite beautiful, yes. Look at the changes here. It's fascinating. Yeah, get some. Oh yeah. We're back to the lightning. That lightning is so much better in this version than it is in Dio. It's cool in Dio, don't get me wrong, but on this, wow, it's just way better looking. Oh no. Is the Sega Saturn the true successor to the TurboGrafx PC Engine? It might be in a lot of ways. It might be. Born Distracted. Sai, you know anything about the Saru cart for the Saturn? It's really good. I know that. As long as you have a fully functional cartridge port on your Saturn, the Saru seems to be a very good solution. Initially, they had some issues with games having loading problems and stuff because the games weren't being timed properly and things. There was weird situations going on with, sometimes the graphics would load weird or stages wouldn't load all the way. They had some weird stuff going on, but they've done some firmware updates and I think it's improved considerably. So, and it's very affordable. That's a very affordable option. You know, just make sure you're getting one of the newer models and not the first ones that were released, because you might think you're getting a really good deal on a Saru cart. You might be like, oh, I found one that's only $25. Okay, good luck with that. Yeah, be careful, because the original ones that came out had some major issues. But that was a while back. So if you buy any from a reputable retailer, you're probably get the newer one. So you'll probably be fine. Mike Wolf. They're going to do it and with an optical disc probably. They're going to do it and with the optical disc properly. I don't know. The Don says, salute my Dons. Hello, Don. How are you doing? How are you, Don? It's the Don. Hey, forget about it. Wiley, I love cardboard box games with the exception of N64 games. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Yeah, those boxes crumbled instantly. Faye says, buying a Saturn this week, still learning about getting games, ROMs for it. Well, I highly recommend it. And it gets you one of those 3D controllers so you can properly play like Knights and stuff. And there's several games that support that. Really good analog. I've heard the steering wheel is good, although I've never bought it. But at least make sure you don't get one of those crappy first edition US gamepads. Get the Japanese style gamepad, which in the United States was the Model 2 gamepad. Much, much, much better. In fact, probably the best gamepad ever made. But just make sure you don't get one of those weird first edition US model gamepads. Ugh. God. Ugh. I don't even want to think about it. And the television gamer, nice. Now I'm jealous. Wow. 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 Casey's jealous of me. I'm going to write this date on the calendar. Casey has everything, almost everything. 6-button pad. Yes. Well, even the crappy one is a 6-button pad, but just, like look for the one that looks cool. The one that has that boomerang shape. Don't get that original crappy one with the weird buttons and the garbage D-pad. Get the good one. Get the good one. Ooh. Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy, I ran right into it. God dang it. I was like clear of it and then I turned back for some reason. Oh wow, I just killed myself for no reason. There we go, full power. Boom shakalaka. Oh, look at that thing in the background there. That's cool. This is quite a bit better than Dio. I'm not gonna lie. It's a big upgrade. It would have been fun if they would have given you Dio with this, like as a different mode or something. But I guess it's a different publisher, so they really couldn't do that. It would be cool though. Oh, that's cool. That music that's nice. This is quite a bit better. Oh, you jerk. It's okay, because we can just continue. You didn't count on me having unlimited bombs. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah. Take that with you. So long, sucker. Yeah. Noise. Noise. All right. Check it a chat. Check it a chat. Pharaoh Man. What's up, Pharaoh Man? He says, I've been looking at the Saru for my Saturn. It's only about $60. It's like an EverDrive for Saturn. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, it's pretty good. I definitely recommend you get that. I already have my option. I have the backup unlocker and a bunch of discs, and I'm pretty happy with that. But the Saru is definitely something to think about. And another great thing about the Saru, this is another great thing, is you can store your save files, and that's a big problem with the Sega Saturn. The manipulating and storing and dealing with the save files. So that's another great option for the Cyrus. So that's, again, I may eventually get one because that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Mike Wolf, I was referring to Analog making a Saturn. Oh, okay. What were you saying? Oh, okay. Mike says they're going to do it with an optical disc probably. Oh, yeah. Analog making a Saturn. Surely they will do that. That has to be the next thing that they're going to do. I mean, to me, that's the obvious next thing. But we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing. I don't know. But I mean, that's something that I think would sell pretty well. I think a lot of people are into Saturn stuff, and I might buy one of those. Usually I'm kind of like not really that into that stuff, but for the Saturn, it might be a good idea. It might be something that I think about, and if it supports an SD slot on its own without having to buy a Cyrus, then that would save me that money too. I mean, it's something to think about. We'll see what happens. They haven't even said they're doing it. We're just like speculating, but it would be pretty damn cool. Last line. Does Cyrus support SD card games or just backup CD? SD card games or just backup CD? No. Yeah, it does all the games on the SD card, and it's everything on there. Everything. Fairman has an SD card slot. You load the ROMs. From what I understand, no CDs required. That is correct. Born Distracted Psy will get a Cyrus. I have a feeling. Use the Force, Born Distracted. Let go, Born Distracted. Mike Wolf, definitely Saturn next. I think they would be a little bit intimidated to do a PS1. Yeah, I think the Saturn is the way to go. That's definitely the next thing I think they're going to do. Big Block Plymouth. Big Block. What's up, Big Block? Welcome. Thank you for coming out and hanging out. Spend a little bit of your special day with us. I appreciate that. Cyrus is fun to say. It is. Even if you don't buy it, it's fun to just say it. Absolutely. It rolls off the tongue. It does. Saru. Luke. Mike Mullis got the Cyrus. He's your go-to guy with any questions. Check with him. Oh, I should actually do that. I should talk to Mike about that. See what he thinks. Get his official review of the Cyrus, the Mike Mullis experience. I need to do that. Wiley says, kangaroo. Today's code word is kangaroo. Thank you, Wiley. Born Distracted says, yes, Luke, I saw his stream. Oh, really? Okay. I have to go. I haven't been on Rumble in a while, so I'll have to go check out what he's been doing. Rumble. Oh, back to the missiles again. Yeah, if you missed it earlier, this game is called Shinryu, and it is a remake of Dio, the game that I was playing yesterday on my stream. It's the same people, but working for a different company, who made a sequel, and it's like a massive, it's not a sequel, excuse me. It's a remake of Dio with like a bunch of enhancement. So that's why I'm playing this. And dying. That's why I'm also dying. Don't get screwed. Get Sarud. This is you're working on an ad campaign for these guys. What are you, shilling for them? How much did they pay you? Oh my God, Luke's being paid under the table. Luke's a secret shill for Saru. Yeah. That's how these things start. You say one thing and then like it becomes a whole other thing. That's my new slogan. Good job. I like it. Come on. This bomb sucks because you have to be right next to whatever you're shooting for it to do anything. Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with grease. Much better bomb. Not my favorite bomb, but better bomb. Yes, I'm cheating. I'm using unlimited bombs and unlimited lives. Oh boy, that was close. Damn it! Damn it! I would love to see somebody beat this on the hard mode without cheating, without doing anything to cheat. I know there's people that can do it. I bet Silverwings could do it. Definitely not me, though. Oh, man. I didn't even see what hit me. God dang it. God dang it. My God. Oh, shit. I'm looking at the chat. That's what I get. I should have paused it. Game over, yeah. I thought I had unlimited lives. I guess I don't. Let's see. Why? Can I continue? Yes. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the unlimited lives thing is. Doesn't seem to work. At least the bombs works. Somebody set us up the bomb. Oh, that was close. Check it the chat, check it the chat, check it the chat. Pharaoh Man, if you don't want to be a poo, grab a Saru. Nice. Very clever, Pharaoh Man. Very clever. My. More distracted. Luke is a slogan machine. Luke should have a t-shirt business where he makes shirts with slogans on them. I would support that. I would go fund that. I would go fund that. Luke says, I don't get paid under the table. We do it all publicly. Oh my. Luke does all kinds of things on top of the table, but not under the table. Oh my. Born Distracted. Cy, what's the hardest shooter you played that you actually liked? Oh God. The hardest shooter that I liked. Wow. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'd probably say Life Force, because if you don't cheat with Life Force, you're not getting anywhere in that game. Like, you got to do the 30 lives code. Otherwise, you're not getting through it. But if you do the 30 lives code, it's not hard then. But it is impossible without that. I love Life Force. Salamander, that's a badass game. That's probably it. Yeah. Me and a friend of mine, one of my, like, pretty much my best friend when I was a kid, he had an NES way before I did. And that was one of the games. Like, we played so many 2-player games back then. Oh my God. Life Force, Contra, Jackal, like tons of 2-player games on the NES. And we played through Life Force, I don't know how many times. A lot. Yeah. Luke says, what game is this? I need to see if I have it. It's called Shinryu, Shenryu. This is a remake of Dio, the game that I was playing on my Switch. That's an arcade game. You can look that up. That's how I found out about it. I didn't know about it until today. I've had this burned, this copy burned on my Saturn for like several years, and I've played through this before. I just didn't realize that this was not only related to Dio, this is a remake of Dio. I was like, oh, that explains why I kind of was getting some vibes there. Yeah. Big Block says, I like the sound for this game. I do too. I also like the visual. I don't know if you do, but I do. Luke says, hey, Big Block. Yeah, this looks and sounds great. Dio. D-A-I, excuse me, not D-E-I, excuse me. That's different. That's very different. That's not the same thing. D-A-I-O-H. D-A-I-O-H is the original game. This one is called Shinryu. S-H-I-E-N-R-Y-U. I think I misspelled it earlier. Sorry. Shinryu. Shinryu. I don't know how you say it. Pharaoh Man says Astro Warrior on the Master System, classic shooter, underrated gem. Yeah, that's a good one, dude. That's a good one. Luke says, oh yeah, I do have it. I've had it for a while too. Yeah, it's a great classic shoot 'em up. I just didn't realize what it was and discovered that today. Education is important. I gotta have unlimited bombs. This gotta be destroying my ass. Oh, that's cool looking. Look at that. That's cool. It's funny how everything flickers sometimes on the screen. Like, it's weird. What is this, an NES game? Sheesh. They did a lot of upgrades on this from the original. I wonder if the PlayStation version has full translucency like this. You can see it's that mesh transparency on here. I bet the PlayStation version is really good, but I don't think you can cheat like this on that one. Wow, thank God I had unlimited bombs. There's no way I was doing that. Yeesh. There's literally no way I would be doing that. Sega Saturn is such a good system. Yeah. Rocket time. Rocket! Yeah! Oh. Little Def Leppard got me killed. How dare you, Def Leppard. You said you would always have my back. Damn it, Def Leppard, you let me down. Well, I guess love bites. Pour some sugar on me. With all this fire everywhere, I must be some sort of pyromaniac. No! God dang it. God dang it. Game over, no! before we get into it, check it a chat. Check it a chat. Epic boss. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Luke says, thank God for these Japanese games. The Saturn here didn't have much. Dude. Yeah. Yeah. I would have never got rid of my original Saturn if I would have been able to play the Japanese games. And like if I had known of a good solution and everything, which I guess there really wasn't one back then. Man, it is what it is. It is what I'm just glad that the Saturn has had its second life, because it's definitely an amazing console. Absolutely. Big Block says that game was the Rock of Ages. That's right. Def Jaguar. Oh my. Jaguar. Def Jaguar. Duh. Have you heard of Def Leopard, sir? No, we only do Def Jaguar over here. But do you have any Grey Poupon? Yes. Grey Poupon. Only the finest. Born Instructor says, Luke, I think Saturn in Japan had like double the amount of games that America had. At least double. Probably way more. Probably way more than double. I'm going to stick with this gun. I like it. I'd buy that for $1. That has nothing to do with this game. That's RoboCop. What's wrong with you, Cyrus? You're an idiot. Yes, so what? Yeah, that's a pretty cool game. Especially with unlimited bombs. It's so much easier. There's no, I would be so dead right now. There's no way I'd be anywhere near where I'm at right now. Oh, look at this guy. Looks like something out of Robotech. Wow. Yeah, this would be impossible. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. What is this guy? These bosses are really creative, you know? They're really interesting. Like something out of like Neon Genesis Evangelion or something. Just really interesting looking. Oh no. It's alright, we can continue. Notice those clouds are actually translucent. They're not that mesh stuff. I always find it interesting when you see like real translucency in Saturn games. Sometimes it just seems like it's very random. This is that boss I was fighting at the end of the Dio, I think. At least it looks a lot like him. But I was fighting him in outer space on Dio. Oh, okay. We're not actually going to fight. It's like a little preview fight. I see. I see what's happening. I love the white Saturn the best. Yeah, the only problem with the white Saturn is it yellows a little bit sometimes. But it does look very cool. But it does look very cool. Yep. translucent Japanese Saturn console. Oh, that would be pretty cool. Luke says, I think there were like 1,000 games released total. 700 of those were Japanese releases, if I remember correctly. I looked it up recently. That's pretty damn amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, the Saturn was a big success in Japan. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out over here, which it's still kind of hard to believe, but it happened, you know. We didn't get a lot of the badass games, you know. We just didn't get them. That's what it is. There's a lot of stuff going on the screen in this game. No, I don't want the yellow. I'm happy with my electricity. Oh, yeah. Look at that guy. That's cool looking. Damn it. Killed me, though. Oops. God dang it. Oh my God, I ran right into those guys. Damn it. Oh boy. Yeah, there's no way I'd be getting through this. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think we're getting up on the end. Okay, check it in chat, check it in chat. Check it in chat. Born Distracted, the tie-dye Saturn was awesome. Oh my. Oh. I want a glow-in-the-dark Saturn. That's what I want. One of those green glow-in-the-dark. That'd be badass. Luke said, it's crazy to think that 3/4 of the games released were Japan only. We were starving for games here. Yeah. Yeah. It's Sega, man. You know, they fought with each other. They had the whole 32X Saturn thing going on. They were just, yeah, they couldn't get out of their own way. I prefer the jungle green Saturn. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Or the purple Saturn. The purple one. Grape purple. Wiley, who bought a PlayStation over a Saturn back in the day? I'm going to have to raise my hand. I really wanted a Saturn, dude. Like when the Saturn and the PlayStation were both about to come out, I was convinced that the Saturn was going to kill the PlayStation. I was like, oh yeah, everybody's going to get a Saturn. Everybody was going to get the new Sega. Like, what's Sony even doing? Like, who's going to buy a video game console from Sony? And then they put out the advertisements, and it was like, oh. I was like, oh my, Ridge Racer, Warhawk, Battle Arena Toshinden. The PlayStation was impressive. It was very impressive. And the problem with the Saturn was we all thought, and this is another reason I think the Saturn failed, because at the launch, most people that knew about it thought that cartridge slot was for Sega Genesis games. Like almost everybody I talked to about it was convinced the Saturn had backwards compatibility with the Genesis. So everybody was like, oh, fuck yeah, we're getting that. And then when it came out that no, it doesn't play Genesis games, it was like, what? And it's more expensive than the PlayStation, and the graphics don't look as good. And it had that weird controller for some stupid reason. They didn't give us the good controller. They gave us this crap controller with the worst D-pad I've ever seen on anything ever. And I'm like, they instead of giving us the best D-pad with the best controller, they gave us the worst controller. Why did they do that? Yeah, I got a PlayStation. Yeah. I didn't get a Saturn until it went on sale. And I bought a Saturn at Walmart when it was on sale, when they gave you the 5 games or whatever. It was like they packed in like Daytona, Virtua Fighter 2, or not Virtua Fighter 2. It was Daytona, Virtua Cop. Damn, what was it? It was like 5 games. I can't remember all the different games. Anyway, it was like $150. They chopped the price down to like $150. Thankfully, gave you the new good controller. But yeah, man, I didn't get a Saturn until like a couple of years after it came out, maybe a year and a half or so, whenever it was. But yeah, it's disappointing. Let's see. Born Distracted. Well, Luke, in my opinion, it's because Sega had Atari-itis. Ew. A bad case of the Ataris? Oh my. Wiley, if I was around, I would have bought a Saturn. Well, it was more expensive, and it didn't have the good library, and it had a weird controller, and we were disappointed in a lot of things. So there's a lot of reasons why we didn't get a Saturn. Luke says, I actually think when I had my Saturn, I traded it for a PS1. I had one for a while, but ended up trading it. That's interesting. Somebody would trade a PS1 for a Saturn. Wow. Maybe you mean like at a store or something. I don't know. FaZe Gaming says, if the people did not move on to 3D, they would have won. It did 2D games great. Absolutely. Yeah. It does 3D games really good too. It just has some tricky architecture, you know? Absolutely. That clicky controller was horrible. You're not lying, dude. It was the worst thing I ever touched. It felt like a cheap crap controller from like some Chinese knockoff console. It was terrible. And the buttons were just, it's terrible. I don't know. I still don't understand that. Luke says, I had the one with Daytona, Virtua Cop, and Virtua Fighter. Yeah, that's the one I got. FaZe Gaming. I bought a Saturn day one like an idiot. Well, you didn't know. You didn't know what was going to happen, you know? You're not an idiot, you know? You just didn't know. Wiley, backwards compatibility would have been a huge incentive. Dude, yes, it would have been a no-brainer. If the Saturn had backwards compatibility, even with just the Sega Genesis cartridges, forget Sega CD, but Sega CD would have been great too. But even if it was just the cartridges, and forget 32X, just Genesis, if it just played Genesis games, which would have been super easy to do. All they would have had to do is throw that one Motorola chip in there and they could have made it run Genesis games and it would have been fine. But they didn't do that. I think that was the biggest reason the Saturn did not sell well in the beginning, at least, because people were just really upset about that. Luke says, I traded at a pawn shop. Oh, there you go. There you go. Mystery solved. Okay, I think this is the big boss. Oh, look at this guy. I don't think I ever fought this guy on Dio. Maybe I did, I just don't remember. Him dead. Victory. Stage 6-1. I'm going to have to focus on the game here for a minute, guys. Taking longer to do this than what I thought I was going to. Let's stick with this weapon. I think this is the last stage. Freaking die. Holy crap. That dude did not want to die. Holy sheesh. Ah, you jerk. God dang it. That's a weird sound. Oh boy, look at that guy. Wow. Boom shakalaka. No! God dang it! Oh, okay, good. I got to the boss. So this, I think, is the last boss. I think. I might be wrong. But I think. It's gonna shoot the laser. Oh, that's different. Damn it. Continue, yeah. Die, freak! 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 Mega Drive over here. Oh, yeah. The cartridge slot should have been used for an add-on to play Genesis games, something like Genesis did with Master System. Dude, yes. Luke, you are an idea man. You're an idea man. I was hoping that was the last boss. This must be it. Or it's getting close in a way. I don't remember this in Dio at all, so this must be like a whole new thing they were doing. Oh my god. What? Okay. I'm gonna have to use a lot of bombs here. So much death. Wow. There's no way I would make it through that. Literally no way. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's no way. How is it cheating right now? With unlimited bombs? There's literally no way. I'm dying even with unlimited bombs. Holy crap. See if they'll let me continue again. Oh, I'm out of continues. Oh no, I ran out of continues. So close. So close. Damn it. Well, as usual, I get to the end of a game and then don't finish it. This happens to me all the time. Oh well. First boss music was awesome. You are making this game beg for mercy. Well, apparently I was a little too flippant with how I was playing it, and I should have been a little bit more careful. Oh well. Oh well. It's awesome. Shin Ryu, really cool remake of Dio, and this is on the Sega Saturn. I think it's on the PlayStation as well. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. This has been a lot of fun. Especially discovering this about this game Dio and this remake of it that I never even knew was a remake, and I've played this game before and I never would have thought. You still did great. Thanks, Luke. Thank you, Luke. You know, I appreciate that, Luke. But I didn't finish the fight. Damn it. Silverwings, it's up to you now. I pass the torch to you. You must do this, for if you do not, no one will. Born Distracted. Peace to all. Peace on earth. Goodwill towards men. Born Distracted is a pacifist. Thank you, Born Distracted. He's a lover, not a fighter. Thanks. Have a great one, guys. Yeah, you guys be good. Hang out again with me very soon. I am off tomorrow, so I'll probably stream again either later tonight or tomorrow. But I'm about to go watch some football. The Eagles are playing, and I'm curious about this game. I think it might be pretty good. So, I mean, that football game, but also this game. I'm curious about a lot of things. Wait a minute. You know what I mean? Bye. You guys be good. Bye. Oh, crap.